So today we shall be starting with the concept of mole. Okay, so we'll be starting with the mole concept, and as far as the laws of chemical combination is concerned, we'll do it later on. Okay, so today I shall be starting with the very important concept of mole. Okay, so the today's topic is going to be mole concept. Mole concept. So I think it is already done in your school. So this was there in your class 9, and it was also there in your class 10 ICSE for those from ICSE background. Right? So let us now try to have a clear idea about this concept of mole. And this concept of mole, why is it so important? Because it is related to almost every chapter of chemistry in class 11 as well as in class 12. Okay. So we need to have a crystal clear idea about this concept of mole. Right? So here, first of all, let us start with the simple definition of a mole. Okay, what is a mole? We can define mole in many ways. Okay, so the definition of mole is not just limited to one simple statement. It has a very broad perspective. Okay, so let us start with just one definition of mole. So how do we define a mole? So mole can be defined in this way. Okay, so a mole is the amount of a substance. A mole is defined as the amount of a substance that contains as many number of particles, okay, as are present in here 12 gram of C12 atom. So this is one definition of a mole. Okay, so what is a mole? A mole is that quantity of a substance that contains as many number of particles. Okay, a mole contains that number of particles as which are present in 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. So why have I written carbon 12 specifically out here? Because we know there are other isotopes of carbon as well. Okay, there are isotopes of carbon, carbon 13, carbon 14 as well. So which isotope of carbon am I talking about? I'm talking about carbon 12 isotope. So a mole is that quantity of a substance that contains the same number of particles, as are present in 12 gram of carbon 12 atom. So what does this mean? What does this, the definition is this, what does this mean? Now let us see. Okay. Now this mole, okay, it can be expressed in many ways. So mole, actually it can be expressed in terms of mass. We can express mole in terms of mass. Fine. We can express this mole in terms of number. We can express this mole in terms of number of particles. We can express this in terms of number of particles. Fine. And we can also express this mole in terms of volume. We can also express this mole in terms of volume of a gas. So that's why I was telling you, okay, the definition of mole is not limited to just one statement. So either it can be related to your mass. So the same quantity mole, it can be related to the number of particles. Okay, the same quantity mole, it can also be expressed in terms of volume of a gas. So let us see one by one. Okay. So to begin with today, we shall just see the relations between mole and how this quantity mole can be expressed in terms of mass. How they can be expressed in terms of mass. Let us see. Okay. So the concept of atomic mass, the concept of molecular mass, I'll be discussing in the next class after this mole concept is over. Okay, because you'll get a clear picture of your atomic mass and molecular mass if this concept of mole is clear. Okay, so what is the concept of mole in terms of mass? What is mole in terms of mass? Let us see. So to start with, let us write down some of few compounds. Let us write down water. Okay, so let me write down carbon dioxide. So let me write down glucose. Fine. Let me write down, say, silver element, and let me write down an ionic compound, say NaCl. Okay, let me write down an ionic compound NaCl. Okay. Now I will just write down the molar mass. I'll write down the molar mass. Okay. For compounds or for molecules, we write down molar mass. But if it is an element like this, what do we write? Instead of molar mass, we write down atomic mass. And if it is an ionic compound like this, okay, the concept is same, but the term used is formula mass. Okay, the term used is formula mass. In case of ionic compound, we use the term formula mass. For simple covalent molecules, we write down molar mass. Right? If it is a molecule, we write down molar mass. If it is an element, we write down atomic mass. And if there are some ionic compounds such as NaCl, we write down the formula mass. Okay. So some of you already have an idea about the atomic mass. Okay. Some of you must be having an idea about the atomic mass. So what are the atomic masses of this common element? So what is the atomic mass of hydrogen? Yes, someone tell me please. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? The atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. And what is the unit? AMU. Okay, I shall do it that AMU in the later part. But if the atomic mass is expressed in gram, it is known as a gram atomic mass. So atomic mass can be expressed in terms of gram as well. Okay. What is the atomic mass of carbon? It is equal to 12. What is the atomic mass of oxygen? It is equal to 16. Fine. What is the atomic mass of, say, silver? It is equal to 108. Fine. What is the atomic mass of sodium? We know what is the atomic mass of sodium? 23. Okay. What is the atomic mass of chlorine? 35.5. So don't worry about the atomic masses. At the end of the day, okay, you'll be knowing the atomic masses of most of the elements. So these are the atomic masses. So from our class 9-10 knowledge, if the atomic masses are known, then how do we calculate the molecular mass? Yes, it's quite easy. So there are 2 hydrogen atoms. So twice into 1, the atomic mass of 1 hydrogen is 1. So there are 2 hydrogen atoms plus 16. So this will come out to be 18 gram. The molecular mass of water is equal to 18 gram. Similarly, carbon dioxide, what can I write? 12. There are 2 oxygen atoms, so twice into 16. So this will be equal to how much gram? This will be equal to 44 gram. Glucose, there are 6 carbon atoms, 6 into 12. Plus there are 12 hydrogen atoms, 12 into 1. Plus there are 6 oxygen atoms, 6 into 16. So this will be equal to 180 gram. What about silver? What is the atomic mass of silver? 108 gram. It's given. And what about what is the formula mass of sodium chloride? Sodium, it's 23 plus 35.5. So this will be equal to 58.5. Okay, so the term formula mass and molecular mass means the same. Just for ionic compound, instead of molar mass, we say formula mass. So these are the molecular masses of these compounds and this element. Okay, so what are the molar masses? It's 18, it's 44, it's 180, it's 108, it's 58.5. So these are the molar masses. Okay, so what is the concept of mole in terms of mass? How do you express this quantity mole in terms of mass? Okay, what does mole mean in terms of mass? So 1 mole means it is equivalent to its molecular mass. So 1 mole of water means it is equal to the molar mass 18 gram. So what is the concept of mole in terms of mass? Okay, so 1 mole is equivalent to its molecular mass. So 1 mole of water means in terms of mass. Yes, what do you understand? 1 mole of water means we are talking about 18 gram of water. So similarly, what is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? 44 gram. So 1 mole of carbon dioxide is equivalent to 44 gram of carbon dioxide. Similarly, what is the molecular mass of glucose? 180 gram. So 1 mole of glucose is equivalent to 180 gram of glucose. Okay. What is the atomic mass of silver? 108 gram. So 108 gram means here 1 mole of silver. So 1 mole of silver is equivalent to 108 gram of silver. Similarly, what is the formula mass of NaCl? 58.5. So 1 mole of NaCl means it is equivalent to 58.5 gram. So this is the concept of mole in terms of mass. Just one line. Eh? So what is mole in terms of mass? Yes, 1 mole is equivalent to the molecular mass if it is a molecule, or 1 mole is equivalent to the atomic mass if it is an element, or 1 mole is equal to the formula mass if it is an ionic compound like this. So just one line concept, mole is equivalent to its molar mass or atomic mass. Okay. So yes, if I take ammonia now, if I take ammonia, what is the molar mass of ammonia? 14 plus 3, it is equal to 17 gram. So 17 gram of ammonia is equivalent to 1 mole. 17 gram of ammonia is equal to 1 mole. So this is the concept of mole in terms of mass. Okay, you need to remember this. So very easy, 1 mole is equivalent to its molecular mass. 1 mole means it is equivalent to its molecular mass or it is equivalent to its atomic mass. Okay. So let us start with this simple question. Okay, let us start with this simple question. So calculate the number of moles. Calculate the number of moles present in. Calculate the number of moles present in number 1. Say 1.8 gram of water. Okay, and number 2, say 170 gram of ammonia. So let us start with this two simple questions. Okay, let us start with this two simple questions. Okay, so calculate the number of moles present in 1.8 gram of water and calculate the number of moles present in 170 gram of ammonia. So yes, again, what was the concept of mole in terms of mass? So in terms of mass, 1 mole is equivalent to its molecular mass. Okay, so let us try to solve this first one. Then let us try to solve this first one. So you are supposed to calculate the number of moles in 1.8 gram of water. And I know 1 mole of water is equivalent to its molar mass. So first let us calculate the molar mass of water. So the molar mass of water, this is equal to how many grams? So twice into 1, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, plus atomic mass of oxygen is equal to 16. So this is equal to 18 grams. So what is the molecular weight of water? The molecular weight of water is equal to 18 grams. And according to the concept of mole, 1 mole of water means it is equal to its molar mass. Okay, so I can write it down. So 18 gram of water. 18 gram of water. Okay, 18 gram of water is equal to what? Is equal to 1 mole. Okay, the molecular mass means it is equal to 1 mole. So therefore, you are supposed to calculate the number of moles in 1.8 gram. So unitary method, therefore, 1.8 gram of water will be equal to how many mole? So 1 divided by 18 into 1.8. So what is the answer? Our answer is 0.1 mole. Okay, the problem is really simple. So just this one line concept is required. So mole in terms of mass means 1 mole is equivalent to its molar mass. So 1 mole of water is equal to its molar mass 18 gram, or 18 gram of water is equivalent to 1 mole. So 1.8 gram of water will be equal to 0.1 mole. Okay. Now let us look at this formula closely. So what did we find out? We found out the number of moles, right? So how did we find out the number of moles? 1.8 divided by 18. So what was this 1.8? This was the weight of water which was given. This was the mass of water given in the question. We divided by 18. What is 18? 18 is the molecular mass of water. So if we divide the given mass by molecular mass, we found out the number of moles. So here we found out a formula for calculating the number of moles. So we devised a shortcut formula. So how are you going to find out the number of moles? What is the formula? So number of moles. Yes, what is the formula for calculating the number of moles now? Number of moles is equal to, number of moles will be equal to, so what was 1.8? It was the given mass. Number of moles is equal to given mass. Got it? So we divided by what? We divided by 18. So what was 18? 18 is the molecular mass of water divided by molecular mass. So this is the formula for calculating the number of moles. How will you calculate the number of moles then? Yes, given mass by molecular mass. Or if it is an element, instead of molecular mass, what will you write down? You'll write down atomic mass. So this is the shortcut formula for calculating the number of moles. So number of moles is equal to given mass by molecular mass. Okay. Now let us apply this formula to the second question. So you are supposed to find out the number of moles present in 170 gram of ammonia. Okay. So first of all, let us calculate the molecular mass of ammonia. Let us calculate the molecular mass of ammonia. So what is the atomic mass of nitrogen? The atomic mass of nitrogen, I think it's 14. Okay. So the molar mass of ammonia will be equal to 14 plus thrice into 1, which is equal to 17 gram. This is the molecular mass of ammonia. So you are supposed to find out the number of moles in 170 gram of ammonia. So now let us apply this formula. So therefore, number of moles. So what is the formula? Given mass. What is the mass of ammonia given out here? It is equal to 170 divided by, what is the molecular mass of ammonia? 17. So what is our answer? Our answer is in moles. So yes, we can apply this formula to calculate the number of moles. Okay, so once more, what is the concept of mole in terms of mass? 1 mole means it is always equivalent to its molar mass. Or if it is an element, 1 mole means it is equal to its atomic mass. So there is a simple concept of mole in terms of mass. Okay, now let me just twist this question. Okay, let me present this question in another way. Okay, let me just write down this question in another way. Okay, so calculate the mass of number 1, 0.1 mole of glucose. Okay, calculate the mass of 0.1 mole of glucose. So I've just twisted the question. Okay, I've just twisted the question. The concept is same. Again, we know only one thing. What do we know? We know that 1 mole means it is equivalent to its molar mass. So what is the molar mass of glucose first? Let us calculate the molar mass of glucose. Okay, so let us calculate. So 6 times 12 plus 12 times 1 plus there are 6 oxygens, so 6 times 16. So first of all, we'll calculate the molecular mass of glucose. Okay, so if I calculate it, it will come out to be around 180 gram. So remember, if I express the molar mass in terms of mass, this will be known as gram molecular mass. This will be known as gram molecular mass. Okay. Now the molar mass of glucose is 180, means 180 gram of glucose means it is equal to 1 mole. So I can write down 1 mole of glucose. 1 mole of glucose is equivalent to how many gram? It is equal to its molar mass, 180 gram. So in the question, you are supposed to calculate the mass of 0.1 mole. Okay, fine. So 0.1 mole of glucose, this should be equal to simple unitary method 180 multiplied by 0.1. This will be equal to 18 gram. So 1 mole of glucose, if it is equal to 180 grams, 0.1 mole of glucose will be equal to 18 grams. So this is the concept of mole in terms of mass. This is the concept of mole in very common. So the concept of mole in terms of mass is really simple. Just one line of concept. 1 mole means it is equivalent to its molecular mass, or if it is an element, 1 mole means it is equal to its atomic mass. That's it. Okay. Now let us move towards the second concept of mole now. Let us move towards the second concept of mole. Okay, so let us express this mole in terms of number. Let us express this concept of mole in terms of number. Okay, so what is the concept? 1 mole of a substance, 1 mole of a substance contains, okay, here Avogadro's number, which is denoted by Na. And what is the value? 6.023 or 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 particles. Okay, so 1 mole of a substance contains Avogadro number of particles. So what is the concept of mole in terms of number? Now let us see. Okay, so 1 mole of atom means Avogadro number of atom. 1 mole of molecule means Avogadro number of molecule. 1 mole of sodium ion means Avogadro number of sodium ion. 1 mole of apple means Avogadro number of apples. So Avogadro number is just a number. Okay, so that is why it is also known as a chemist dozen. Just like dozen, if I say dozen, what comes to your mind? 12. So Avogadro number means the value is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So now let us relate this mole in terms of number. So again, I'll start with a few compounds out here. Again, I'll write down water. Again, I'll write down carbon dioxide. Fine, I'll write down say silver again. So yeah, I'm going to write down methane out here. Okay, I'm writing down few compounds and this element silver. So now I'm writing down the molar mass. I'll write down the molar mass. Okay, so what was the molar mass of water? The molar mass of water was equal to 18 gram. Molar mass of carbon dioxide, if we calculate, it will come out to be 44 gram. Atomic mass of silver, we know it's equal to 108 gram. And what is the molar mass of methane? 12 plus 4, it will be equal to 16 gram. Okay, and just now we said that the molar mass or atomic mass is equivalent to 1 mole. So 18 gram of water means 1 mole of water. 44 gram of carbon dioxide means 1 mole of carbon dioxide. 108 gram of silver means 1 mole of silver. Fine. 16 gram of methane means 1 mole of methane. Okay, so if I write down this concept out here, right? So 1 mole of a substance contains how many particles? 1 mole contains Avogadro number of particles. So 1 mole of water, 1 mole of water, that is 18 gram of water, that is 1 mole of water, it contains Avogadro number of water molecules. Fine. So 1 mole of carbon dioxide means 44 gram. So 44 gram of carbon dioxide, which is equal to 1 mole, it contains again Avogadro number of carbon dioxide molecule. So 1 mole of silver means 108 gram of silver means 1 mole of silver. Again, it contains what out here? It contains Avogadro number of what? Silver. Now I'll write down atoms. It contains Avogadro number of silver atoms. Okay. So 16 gram of methane means 1 mole of methane. So again, it contains Avogadro number. It contains Avogadro number of methane. What? It is a molecule. So that is why I have written the term particles out here. This particle can be atom, it can be molecules, it can be ions. So 1 mole means it contains Avogadro number of particles. Now, looking at this table now. Okay, so 18 gram means 1 mole. 1 mole contains this much number of water molecules. So now you give me a simple answer. How will you define molecular mass then? The molecular mass of water is 18 gram. And 18 gram of water contains this much number of molecule. Fine. So what is the concept of molecular mass? Then what is the concept of molecular mass? It is the mass of how many molecules then? 18 gram means 1 mole, and 18 gram contains Avogadro number of water molecule. So 18 gram is the mass of Avogadro number of water molecules. 44 gram is the mass of Avogadro number of carbon dioxide molecule. 108 gram is the mass of Avogadro number of silver atoms. So from here, we can get a new definition of molar mass. So actually, how are we going to now define here molar mass then? Yes, any one of you, can you give me a lead now? What is molar mass then? Is it the mass of one molecule? Is the molar mass? So molar mass of water is 18 gram, means does one molecule of water weighs 18 gram? No. So 18 gram is the mass of Avogadro number of water molecules. So molar mass, actually it is the mass of Avogadro number. It is the mass of Avogadro number of molecules. So this is a new concept of molar mass. Okay. Similarly, how do you define an atomic mass then? What is atomic mass? Yes, what is an atomic mass? It is the mass of, again, Avogadro number of atoms. It is the mass of Avogadro number of atoms. So we have to relate in this way. Both this signifies the same quantity, mole. So 18 gram means 1 mole, and 1 mole contains Avogadro number of water. That means 18 gram is the mass of Avogadro number of water molecules. Okay. Or Avogadro number of water molecule weighs 18 gram. Avogadro number of carbon dioxide molecule weighs 44 gram. Avogadro number of silver atom weighs 108 gram. So molar mass is the mass of Avogadro number of molecules, and yes, atomic mass is the mass of Avogadro number of atoms. So we have related two concepts of mole out here, right? Okay, so mole in terms of mass, and here we have related mole in terms of number. So both of these signifies the same quantity, mole. Calculate the mass of a water molecule. Calculate the mass of one water molecule. Okay, so what is the concept we know? You are supposed to calculate the mass of one molecule, right? And we know, according to the concept of mole, okay, so the molar mass of water is equal to 18 gram, I suppose. And 18 gram is the mass of how many water molecules then? Molar mass is the mass of Avogadro number of molecules. So that means 18 gram is the mass of Avogadro number of water molecules. Or I can write down Avogadro number of water molecules. Avogadro number of water molecules is equal to 1 mole. Fine. Avogadro number of water molecule, what is the mass? It's equal to 18 gram. Okay, 18 gram means 1 mole, and 1 mole contains Avogadro number of water molecules. So 18 gram is the mass of Avogadro number of water molecules. So therefore, 1 water molecule, what is the weight of 1 water molecule? So it will be 18 divided by 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. It will be equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Now, what is the value of this? So this again I'll be discussing in the next class. Okay, concept of atomic mass, I'll be discussing this in details. So if I divide the Avogadro number, if I divide 1 by Avogadro number, this value will be 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. In terms of weight, okay, it will be 24 gram. And in terms of mass, this will be, or let us erase this gram. So the value of 1 by Avogadro number is this. So here, what is the mass of one water molecule? It will be 18 times multiplied by 1 by Avogadro number multiplied by 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. This is the mass of one water molecule. So this will be your answer. Got it? So 1 by Avogadro number, what is the value of 1 by Avogadro number? 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. You need to remember this value. Okay, you need to remember this value. It will be easier for us to carry out the calculations now. Okay, so in order to calculate the mass of one water molecule, what did we do? We multiplied 18 by this particular number. So let me switch to the next problem now. Okay. So yes, I'll just underline this thing. So calculate the mass of one carbon atom. Carbon 12. Okay. Calculate the mass of one carbon 12 atom. So how are you going to proceed? So now, since it is an atom, I will not write molecular mass, rather I'll write down atomic mass. So atomic mass of carbon 12 is equal to 12 gram. So what does this mean then? Atomic mass is 12 gram means Avogadro number of carbon 12 atoms is equal to 12 gram. Fine. So if Avogadro number of carbon atom is equal to 12 gram, one atom of carbon, okay, one atom of carbon, it will be how much gram then? It will be 12 divided by 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So this will be equal to how much? This will be equal to 12 multiplied by, what is the value of 1 by Avogadro number? 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So now let us now closely look at these two problems. So in the first case, we found out the mass of one water molecule. In the second case, in the second question, we found out the mass of one carbon 12 atom. So now can you just generalize a formula from here? What is the formula for calculating the mass of a molecule? Then how will you calculate the mass of a molecule? Then what will be the formula? In order to calculate the mass of water molecule, what did we do? We multiplied molecular mass of water by 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. And in order to calculate the mass of an atom, we multiplied atomic mass by the same number. So we can generalize a formula from here. So what is the formula? So therefore, mass of one molecule. Mass of one molecule. How will you calculate the mass of a molecule? Molecular mass multiplied by this. So this, the formula will be molar mass multiplied by 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So this is the formula for calculating the mass of one molecule. Yes, we did the same thing. We multiplied the molar mass by this number. Similarly, how are you going to calculate the mass of one atom then? So here, in order to calculate the mass of carbon atom, I multiplied the atomic mass by same number. So it will be atomic mass multiplied by 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Fine. So from this numerical, we ourselves derived a formula for calculating the mass of one molecule or the mass of a single atom. Okay. Now, yes, it becomes very easy for us. So if you are asked to calculate the mass of, say, if you're asked to calculate the mass of, say, O2 molecule, then what will you do? What are you going to do? Using this formula, what are you going to do? Shortcut formula, mass of O2 molecule. How are you going to calculate? Molecular mass of oxygen, 32 multiplied by 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. But this is the mass of one oxygen molecule. Got it? So how will you calculate the mass of, say, one sodium atom? Atomic mass 23 again multiplied by 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Okay, so from this concept of mole, we ourselves right now we derived we came to two or three major conclusions. One conclusion is that molar mass is not the mass of a single molecule, rather molar mass is the mass of Avogadro number of molecules. Similarly, atomic mass is not the mass of a single atom, rather it is the mass of Avogadro number of atoms. And how are you going to calculate the mass of one molecule? Molar mass multiplied by this number. What is this number? This is the reciprocal of Avogadro's number. Mass of one single atom, atomic mass multiplied by this number. So what is this number? 1 by Avogadro number. This is the value of reciprocal of Avogadro number. Okay. Okay, now how are we going to do this? So we know 1 mole contains how many water molecule? Okay, 1 mole contains Avogadro number of water molecule, or I can say Avogadro number of water molecules. Avogadro number of water molecule is equal to how many mole? This is equivalent to 1 mole. This is equivalent to 1 mole. So you are supposed to calculate the number of moles in this number of water molecules. So therefore, unitary method 6.02 into 10 to the power 21 water molecules is equivalent to how many mole? So I'll use simple concept of unitary method out here. So 1 divided by 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 6.02 into 10 to the power 21. I think this will come out to be 0.01 mole. Fine, this will come out to be 0.01 mole. So now again, let us closely look at this problem. So what did we do just now? We found out the number of moles. Okay. How did we find out the number of moles? We divided the given number of molecules by Avogadro number of molecules. In order to find out the number of moles, what did we do just now? We divided the given number of molecules by Avogadro number of molecules. So what is the formula for calculating the number of moles then? Yes. So number of moles, I can write it down. Number of moles is equal to given number of molecules. Okay, given number of molecules divided by Avogadro's number divided by Avogadro number. So if the given number of molecules, if the number of molecules is given, then by using this formula, we can easily find out the number of moles. So number of moles in terms of mass, given mass by molar mass. Number of moles in terms of number of particles, given number of particles divided by Avogadro number of particles. So you need to remember this simple shortcut formulas out. Okay, we need to remember this simple shortcut formulas. So let us just upgrade our. So here I calculated the number of molecules in each of these. Okay, I calculate the number of molecules in each of these. So yes, what is the correct option? So there are two correct options. B is also correct. C is also correct. So 180 gram of water means 10 mole of water. It contains this much number of molecules. 10 mole of carbon dioxide. It contains the same number of molecules. Fine. Okay. Now, so you just write down a problem out here. A flask P contains 0.5 mole of oxygen gas. Okay. Another flask Q contains 0.4 mole of ozone gas. It contains 0.4 mole of ozone gas. Okay. Which of the following contains greater number of oxygen atoms? So please understand the question. So there are two flasks containing 0.5 mole of O2 and 0.4 mole of O3. So the question states, which of the following contains greater number of oxygen atoms? Now, before I start with this problem, okay, let us just clear this concept out here. Okay, so one molecule of glucose. Okay, so this is the molecular formula of glucose. What is the definition of molecular formula? Any one of you? Yes, please. What is the definition of molecular formula? The molecular formula of water is H2O. What does molecular formula, what information does molecular formula gives us? What is the definition of molecular formula? So we have been doing this molecular formula since class 8. So we should be knowing. Okay, so yes, any one of you, can you give me a lead? What is the definition of molecular formula? So molecular formula is a formula which gives us the exact number of atoms present in a molecule. Molecular formula gives us the exact number of atoms present in a molecule. For example, the molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. So that means one molecule of glucose contains 6 carbon atom. It contains 12 hydrogen atom. It contains 6 oxygen atom. Okay, so one molecule of glucose, it contains 6 carbon atom. Okay, it contains how many hydrogen atom? It contains 12 hydrogen atom. It contains how many oxygen atom? It contains 6 oxygen atom. Is it fine till here? Any doubt? Okay, so molecular formula gives us the exact number of atoms present in a molecule. Okay, so if this is the case, then 1 mole of glucose, 1 mole of glucose contains how many carbon atom? 1 mole of glucose contains how many carbon atom then? So one molecule contains 6 carbon atoms. So 1 mole of glucose contains how many carbon atoms? Yes. So if one molecule contains 6 carbon atoms, 1 mole of glucose contains 6 mole of carbon atom. It contains 6 mole of carbon atom. So 6 mole means 6 times the Avogadro number of carbon atoms. It contains 6 times the Avogadro number of carbon atoms. Similarly, 1 mole of glucose contains how many hydrogen atom? It contains 12 mole of hydrogen atom. 12 mole of hydrogen atom means 12 times the Avogadro number of hydrogen atom. 1 mole Avogadro number, so 12 mole means 12 times Avogadro number. Similarly, how many oxygen atoms out here? It contains 6 mole of oxygen atom. 6 mole of oxygen atom is 6 times the Avogadro number. Okay, so from the molecular formula, we can find out the number of atoms of each kind present in a molecule. So if I just modify this question now, so suppose 0.5 mole of glucose contains how many carbon atoms? What will be the answer then? 0.5 mole of glucose contains how many carbon atoms? 1 mole contains this much, so 0.5 mole contains multiplied by 0.5. 1 mole contains this much number of hydrogen atoms, 0.5 mole contains multiplied by 0.5. Got it? So from the molecular formula, we can have a clear idea about the exact number of atoms which is present in a molecule. So I'll give you just another example. Again, I'll give you another example. Say one molecule of say orthophosphoric acid, say H3PO4. It contains how many hydrogen atom? It contains 3 hydrogen atom. How many phosphorus atom? 1 phosphorus atom. How many oxygen atom? 4 oxygen atoms. Got it? So 1 mole contains how many hydrogen atom? 3 mole of hydrogen means thrice the Avogadro number. 1 mole contains how many phosphorus atom? 1 times the Avogadro number of phosphorus atom. 1 mole contains how many oxygen atom? 4 times the Avogadro number of oxygen atom. So yes, now we know that from the molecular formula, we can get a clear idea about the exact number of atoms which is present in a molecule. Now, let us return back to the original problem only. Okay, let us move back to the original problem. Right? So there are two flasks given. So suppose this is flask P, okay, and suppose this is flask Q. So there are two flasks. Okay, so flask P contains 0.5 mole of oxygen gas. So now I know 1 mole of O2 gas. It contains how many mole of oxygen atoms? It contains how many mole of oxygen atoms? Tell me. 1 mole, not molecule. 1 molecule contains 2 oxygen atoms. So 1 mole of O2 gas contains how many oxygen atoms? Yes, 1 molecule contains 2 oxygen atoms. So 1 mole contains 2 mole of oxygen atoms. Okay, 2 mole of oxygen atom means twice the Avogadro number of oxygen atom. So the question says 0.5 mole contains how much? So if 1 mole contains this much, so 0.5 mole of O2 gas will contain how much? So twice into your Avogadro number multiplied by 0.5. So this will come out to be Avogadro number of oxygen atom. This will contain Avogadro number of oxygen atom. So 2 multiplied by 0.5 is 1. Fine. Now let us move towards your flask Q. Let us move towards your flask Q. So here 1 mole of ozone gas. 1 mole of ozone gas. It contains how many mole of oxygen atoms? It contains 3 mole of oxygen atoms. It contains 3 mole of oxygen atoms. So what do you mean by 3 mole of oxygen atoms? Yes, 3 times the Avogadro number of oxygen atoms. So 0.4 mole will contain how much? So 0.4 mole of ozone will contain 3 into Na multiplied by 0.4. So this will give us what? 1.2 times the Avogadro number of oxygen atoms. Got it? So in the flask P, Avogadro number of oxygen atoms are present. In the flask Q, 1.2 times Avogadro number of oxygen atoms are present. So what will be the correct answer then? Which flask contains greater number of oxygen atoms? Yes, obviously the flask Q contains, okay, greater number of oxygen atoms. The flask Q contains a greater number of oxygen atoms. Okay, calculate the total number of electrons present in 1.6 gram of methane. Okay, now how are you going to do this? Okay, so one simple question: how will you come to know how many electrons in an atom? How will you come to know how many electrons are there in an atom? For example, how many electrons are there in hydrogen atom? So you'll say 1. So if I ask you how many electrons are there in oxygen atom, what will be the answer? How many electrons are there in oxygen atom? Okay. Now, whenever we write down the symbol of an element, we write down the symbol like this. We write down A atomic mass and we write down Z atomic number. This represents atomic mass and this represents atomic number. For example, carbon 12, 6. So 12 is the atomic mass and 6 is the atomic number. Okay. And what is the definition of this atomic number? So atomic number Z, it is equal to the number of protons, or this is also equal to the number of electrons present in an atom. Of course, right? In an atom, the number of protons and electrons will be same, but if we talk about iron, then these two quantities will not be same. In an iron, the number of protons and electrons differ. But here I'm talking about neutral atom. In case of neutral atom, the number of protons and electrons are going to be the same. That is why they are neutral. Fine. So what is the atomic number of carbon? It's 6. That means in one atom of carbon, how many electrons are there? There are 6 electrons. What is the atomic number of hydrogen? Atomic number of hydrogen is again 1. So in one atom of hydrogen, how many electrons are there? 1. Okay. So we have this formula CH4. Now we know in one atom of carbon, I have 6 electrons. In one atom of hydrogen, I have 1 electron. In 4 atoms of hydrogen, I have 4 electron. Got it? In one atom of carbon, I have 6 electron. In one atom of hydrogen, I have 1 electron. So that means in 4 hydrogen atoms, I have 4 electrons. That means number of electrons in one molecule of methane. Yes, this is equal to what? There are 10 electrons. So one molecule of methane contains 10 electrons. So we know this information from the atomic number. Okay, we can get this information from the atomic number. So how many electrons are there in one atom? One molecule of methane. So one molecule of methane contains a total number of 10 electrons. It contains 10 electrons. So now you are supposed to find out the number of electrons in 1.6 gram of methane. Okay. Now how will you do again? So let us first find out the number of moles. Number of moles in 1.6 gram of methane. So which formula are you going to use? कौन सा formula use करेंगे हम लोग? Given mass divided by molecular mass. What is the molecular mass of methane? It is equal to 16. Atomic mass of carbon is 12. 12 plus 4 equals to 16. So 1.6 gram of methane, that means 0.1 mole. So indirectly you are being asked how many electrons are there in 1.6 gram or how many electrons are there in 0.1 mole of methane. 1.6 gram is equivalent to 0.1 mole. Now again I know 1 mole contains how many molecules? This much number of methane molecule. Yes, 1 mole of methane means Avogadro number of methane molecule. But how many moles of methane are present? Not 1, it's 0.1. So 0.1 mole of methane contains how much? So 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 0.1. So this is equal to 0.02 into 10 to the power 22 molecules. So why am I finding out the number of molecules? Because I know in one molecule 10 electrons are present. So that is why I'm converting 1.6 gram into number of molecules. Because I know the fact that one molecule contains 10 electrons. So 1.6 gram of methane is equivalent to 0.1 mole. And 0.1 mole contains this much number of methane molecule. Fine. So now I can easily find out. Okay. So therefore, number of electrons in 1.6 gram contains how many molecule? 6.02 into 10 to the power 22 molecules. So this will be equal to how much? So one molecule contains this much. So this much number of molecules will contain how much? 6.02 into 10. So my answer will be, it contains Avogadro number of electrons. It contains Avogadro number of electrons like this. Okay. Now we have studied two very simple concepts of mole. We have related mole to your molar mass. We have related mole to your number of particles. Okay. So see again, 1 mole of say water. This is equal to how many gram? 18 gram. So this is also known as 1 gram molecule. Don't get confused. What do you mean by 1 gram molecule? It means 1 mole of molecule. 1 mole of molecule, the other name is 1 gram molecule. So 1 gram molecule means 1 mole of molecule. So 1 gram molecule of water means 18 gram. 1 gram molecule of water means 18 gram. 1 gram molecule means we are talking about 1 mole of a molecule. Got it? So 1 mole of carbon is equal to 12 gram. So 1 mole of an atom, it is also known as a 1 gram atom. This is the another nomenclature for mole. So 1 gram atom means 1 mole of atoms. 1 gram molecule means 1 mole of molecule. Okay. So if I give you this problem, then calculate mass of 2.5 gram atoms, mass of 2.5 gram atom of magnesium, and given the atomic mass of magnesium equals to 24 gram. Okay, so most of you must be thinking, so why have I written out gram? So you must have studied the unit as AMU. Again, I'm telling you, I shall be discussing this in the next class. Okay. What are you supposed to calculate out here? What are you being asked out here? 2.5 gram atom means 2.5 mole of magnesium atom. 1 gram atom means 1 mole of atom. 1 gram molecule means 1 mole of molecule. Fine. So you are indirectly being asked, you are supposed to calculate the mass of 2.5 mole of magnesium atom. Okay. So we know 1 mole, or I can write down, instead of 1 mole, if it is an atom, I can write down 1 gram atom of magnesium is equal to, in terms of mass, 1 mole or 1 gram atom means it is equal to its atomic mass, 24 gram. Yes. So 1 mole of atom is also known as 1 gram atom. So you are being asked 2.5 gram atom of magnesium is equal to 24 multiplied by 2.5. Simple. 1 gram atom is 24 gram of magnesium. So this will come out to be 60 gram. This will come out to be 60 gram. So just I need to clear this nomenclature. 1 gram atom means 1 mole of atom. 1 gram molecule means 1 mole of molecule. Okay. Fine. So I think this concept is clear now. Gram atom means 1 mole of atom. Gram molecule means 1 mole of molecule. Fine. Okay. So with this particular problem, okay, so the density of water is 1 gram per ml. How many molecules are there in a drop of water if its volume is 0.05 ml? So someone please give me a lead out here. How are you going to solve this problem? So you are supposed to calculate the number of molecules present in a drop of water. Okay, you are supposed to calculate the number of molecules present in a drop of water, and the volume of that drop of water is 0.05 ml. Now, first of all, what is the formula of density? Density is equal to mass by volume. So yes, mass equals to density into volume. I can write this. So the volume is known, the density is given, but be careful with the units. So the volume is given in ml, and the density is also given in ml. So yes, it's not an issue out here, but if this was in liter and the density was in ml, then we should convert them to a common thing. Okay, either in liter or in terms of milliliter. Okay. So what is the mass of 0.05 ml water molecule then? What is the mass of this volume of water? So mass equals to density into volume. So what is the density? 1. So what is the volume given? 0.05. gram per ml. So what is the mass? 0.05 gram. Okay, so the mass of 0.05 ml water is 0.05 gram, since the density of water is equal to 1. Now molar mass of water, we know what is the molar mass of water? 18. Okay, again we know molar mass of water. Molar mass of water is equal to 18 gram. We know this fact. So yes, this means it is equal to 1 mole of water, and 1 mole contains Avogadro number of molecules. So I can say 18 gram of water, it contains Avogadro number of water molecule. So 18 gram of water contains Avogadro number of water molecule. Okay. So what is the mass of 0.05 ml of water? It's 0.05 gram. Okay. So therefore, if 18 gram contains Avogadro number, therefore 0.05 gram of water will contain how much? 6.02 unitary method 10 to the power 23 divided by 18 multiplied by 0.05 molecules. Okay, and the answer will somewhat come out to be around 1.68, something like this. So carry out the calculation by yourself. This much number of molecules. So this question has been twisted a little bit. So instead of direct giving you the mass, volume was given and density was given, and from the volume and density we found the mass. And molecular mass contains Avogadro number. So this gram will contain this much number of molecules. Okay.